Yes, good evening, everyone. Yes, good evening, everyone. I'm audible to you. Okay, we'll start the session. So before that, let me just revise what we have discussed in yesterday's session. So yesterday we had discussed about the profile. Yes. So yesterday we discussed about the roaming profile, after that home folder, and then the yeah, when we use the when we use the home folder, the complete network drive size will be available to each and every user to whom home folder is shared. So if any user is wasting the network drive space, means they are directly wasting the server hard disk space. So in order to prevent this thing, we have a service called FSRM. So yesterday we discussed how to install the FSRM service. Once we install that service, how many components are created? 5. Through that 5 components, we can prevent the user from wasting the server hard disk space. So in that, we first use the storage quota management tool or component through which we allocated limited space. And in that limited space also, if you want a user uh, not to create a particular type of file, so we can control the user which type of file he cannot create by using the file screening. And if we try to create also, we can able to monitor it by generating the report. So these are the things which we have discussed in yesterday's session. Yes. Now coming to today's session, we are going to focus on next topic. So what is the next topic we have to discuss today? What is the next topic we have to discuss today? FSRM, completed yesterday. Yes. So what is the next topic we have to discuss today? OU, organizational unit. So what is the topic we are going to start today? OU. OU stands for organizational unit. So the topic which we are going to discuss today is basically used mainly for 3 purposes. What are those 3 main purposes? We'll discuss. Now let us first OU is what? OU is a logical container which can be used mainly for 3 purposes. What are those 3 purposes? Let us discuss now. OU, which stands for organizational unit, is used to organize the users. So OU, which stands for organizational unit, used for mainly 3 purposes. One of them is OU is used for organizing the users based on department. So as you know, in the company, the employees will be working under different departments. So how we will organize particular user is working for which department? With the help of the OU. OU is used to organize the user based on department wise. So this is the first purpose. Second purpose of OU is by using the OU, we can apply the delegation control. What do you mean by delegation control? So if administrator is busy with some important work and some simple and routine tasks he want to give to the other user, not full privilege, just some simple or limited some task, routine task can be given to the other user. So can it be done? Yes. So with the help of the OU, the administrator can give the delegation control, or by using the uh, OU, the administrator can give the delegation control or can apply, give what? Delegation control. Delegation control means some of the administrator privilege, some of the administrator privilege of the user can be given to the other user. So I repeat, OU stands for organizational unit, which is used for organizing the users based on department. It is also used to give delegation control. Delegation control means applying some of the administrator privilege. Some of the administrator or simple routine daily tasks can be given to the other user. So that is called delegation control. And it is OU is also used to apply the group policy. It is also used to apply the group policy. So what is a group policy? We will be discussing tomorrow. So these are the three main usage or purpose of using the OU. OU is basically used for organizing the users based on department. It is used to give the delegation control where the user can be given some of the administrative privilege, and it is also used to apply the group policy. So all these things are being done to reduce the workload of the administrator. So OU is used for organizing the users based on department. It is used to give the delegation control. It is used to apply the group policy. All these things are done for what purpose? To all this thing is done to reduce the workload of the administrator. To reduce the workload of the administrator. It is used to reduce the workload of the administration part. Who is doing the administration? Administrator. Okay. So we'll see one by one, starting with the definition. OU. OU means what? OU is a logical container which can be used. OU is a logical container which can be used to organize the Active Directory object. So as the name indicates, OU is basically used to organize the Active Directory objects. So what are the Active Directory objects? Like users, group. Inside the OU, we can have sub OU. So these are called Active Directory objects. Okay. So OU is a logical container which is used to organize the Active Directory objects like users, group. Inside the OU, we can have sub OU. But in this, the main object is user. So presently we are working on a single domain. In the coming day sessions, we will be working also on the multiple domain, also. So presently we are working on a single domain. So like our domain name is what? Zoom.com. Inside the domain, the OU is acting like a subdomain. That's why it is called as subtree. So in the coming days session, we will be discussing tree means what? Tree is a collection of multiple domain. But presently we are working on a single domain. So inside the domain, the OU acts like a subdomain. That's why it is also called as subtree. So what is tree we are going to discuss in the coming day session. Active directory remaining four classes are there, no? In that second session we'll discuss. So today for the time being you remember tree is a collection of multiple domain. So inside a domain the OU acts like a subdomain. That's why it is called as a subtree. So basically it is used to minimize the administrative task. So how it is minimize the work administrative task? By organizing the users, by organizing and managing the Active Directory objects. So already we discussed what are the Active Directory objects. Most important is users. And it is also used to apply the delegation control, like we have discussed when we started today's topic. Delegation control means giving some of the administrative privilege to the other user. So all this thing is being done to reduce the workload of the administrator. And here we can also, OU is also used to apply the group policy that we will be discussing tomorrow. So here it is not mentioned that, but these are the main three purpose of using the OU. Okay. Now let us see here what is meant by delegation control. So delegation control, it is a process of delegation control. It is a process of giving some of the administrator privilege to the other user. So we are presently working on a domain model. Domain model means centralization, means everything is doing from a single machine. But if your company is managing too many services and your size of the network is too large, so as an administrator, if you are managing everything from a single machine, may be very difficult. If it is a very large network and your company is maintaining many services, many products. So in that scenario, we can go for the decentralization. Decentralization means some of the task of the administrator can be given to the other users so that they can perform that task from their end. So this has all been done to reduce the workload of the administrator. Okay, so that is called decentralization. So giving some of the administrator privilege or assigning or giving, who can do this? Only administrator can do. So administrator can assign some of the routine and simple tasks to the other user. That is called delegation control, which eases means reduces the workload of the administrator. So by using the delegation control, administrator can give some of the routine and simple tasks to the other user so as to reduce the workload on the administrator. So this concept is called as decentralization, or in simple word, delegation control. Okay. So now you suppose there are different departments. So For each department, we will be creating one OU. So under one OU, we can make one of the person as a delegation control. Like in the groups, we can make a group admin similar to that. So here, example, they have shown three departments. So for three departments, three OUs are created. So you can have three different person as a delegation control, different person for each group, or you can have same person for all the three. It is up to our choice or our wish. As an administrator, we can make anybody as a we can give anybody. Anybody means who is the employee of the company on whom you trust. So that is what that can be done with the help of the delegation control. So delegation control means giving some of the administrative privilege to the other user. So we can give to one person the delegation control of more than one OU, or for one OU, we can have separate one person as a delegation control. Okay. Now, we'll be also discussing today one more small topic, group. So group is what? Group is a collection of users. So when we will create a group is a, how do you define a group? Group is a collection of users. So when we will create a group generally, suppose you have many friends, maybe around in your mobile, you have about contact list about 300 to 400 friends. Now, out of that 300 to 400 friends, you need to send to about 100 friends one particular message. Some message, not to all friends, but out of 300 to 100, out of 300 friends, you need to send, suppose, to 100 friends one particular message. So you can do one by one, but that same task you have to do how many times? 100 times. So will you do like that 100 times? No. Then what you will do? Now your scenario is you have 300 friends. Out of 300 friends, 100 friends should be sent one particular message. It can be any message, some important meeting or some important function you are inviting, something like that. You are inviting. Yes. So we need to create what? Group. So that is exactly same concept is used in the companies also. So in the company, there are so many employees. Out of so many employees, not all, but many employees should be given on a particular file or directory some particular same permission to multiple users. So if you do individually, you have to do that many times. So to avoid that, what we will do, we will create one group. Like here, when you send the message to the friends, you will first create a group. You will then add the users into the group who need same permission or to whom you want to invite. Then on the group, you will send the message. Exactly same concept in real time also. Out of many users which users need same permission for a particular file or directory. First, we have to create one group, then add those users into the group, then apply the permission on the group. Like in the company, 100 employees are there. Out of 100 employees, 35 employees should be provided on a particular file or directory, same permission. So now, can you do 35 times individually one by one? You can do, but it will take a lot of time. So to avoid that, what you can do, you create one group, add these 35 users into the group, apply the permission on the group. Or now how many times you have to do that task? Only once. All the users who are in that group will get same permission. So that's what. Whenever we want to apply same permission to multiple users, we need to create a group. We need to create a group. So how do you define a group? How do you define a group? Group is a collection of users. So group is a collection of users. Group is created. Group is created. Group is created to assign same permission. Same, the keyword is same permission to multiple users. Then we'll create a group. So group is a collection of users which is created to assign same permission to multiple users. So group is also one of the object of the Active Directory which can be used to apply same permission. The keyword here is applying same permission to multiple users. And we can also distribute the same mail to the multiple members. So for that, we have two types of groups, security group and distribution group. So security group used to apply the same permission to multiple users. Multiple users. To multiple users. Whereas is used distribution group is used to send same mail to multiple users. But to send the mail, we cannot use our DC. To send the mail, we need to have one separate server which is called Exchange server. Exchange server is nothing but it is a mail server. So it is a separate course, separate topic. So if you want to learn about this, you have to do this course, mail Exchange server. For configuration of the Exchange server, you have to do the course Exchange server. So through that, you can create one distribution group. Then send the same mail to the multiple users. But our concentration as an administrator is what? Security group, which is used to apply same permission to multiple users. So please remember, group is never used to apply the group policy. Group policies can be applied by using OU, but group can be used to apply the permission. Same way, OU cannot be used to apply the permission. These things you have to remember. OU cannot be used to apply the permission. OU can be used to apply the group policy. What is group policy? How to apply? We'll see tomorrow. So today you just remember that the permission group is a collection of users. So permission to multiple users, say whenever we need to give same permission to multiple users, we need to do it through the group. So group is used to apply the permission, same permission to multiple users, but group cannot be used to apply group policy. Same way, OU is used to apply the group policy, but OU cannot be used to apply the permission. Please remember this point. OU cannot be used to apply the permission. OU is used to apply the group policy. Permission can be applied by group, but group policy cannot be applied through the group. Group policies can be applied through the OU. That we will see tomorrow. Okay, so with this, we are done with today's theory part. So shall we start the practical? How to create a first OU. We'll concentrate on how to create a OU. Okay. So let's start with the practical. So as usual, we need two machines, one our DC, one our DC, and the other one is our member server. So while it get installed, we can see the steps. So today's practical is OU. So OU can be used to organize the user first task. So we'll see that first we should know how to create a OU. After that, the task of the OU will begin. Our work of the OU will begin. First, to create the OU, we need to go to the DC machine, open the ADUC console from which we create the domain user. No, same console we have to open. Now right click on the domain name, then new OU, give some name. So now in the OU, we can add existing users as well as we can create a new user. So both the things we can do with the help of the OU. So I'll show you both the things first. Then second practical will be applying the delegation control. So how to apply the delegation control, then how to remove the delegation control, how to delete the OU, then how to create a group, how to apply same permission to multiple users. So these are the practicals which we are going to discuss in today's session. So let's start with the first thing, how to create a OU. So let me start with my DC machine. So now here, I need to log in as an administrator. So how can I know this is my DC? As usual, go to the command prompt, type it like every day we are doing NetSpace accounts command. So if it is a DC, it will show computer role name as primary. So this is the first thing you have to do. Then second, open the server manager console like we have opened. Now go to the tools, then go to the ADUC console. So what is our first task? Go to the ADUC console, Active Directory Users and Computer. Now we want to create the OU. So these are our users. So by seeing these users, can you tell these users are working for which department? Because in the company, the users will be working under the department. So can you able to tell now which user is working for which department here? These are our users. So can you tell? No, we can't tell. So we have to organize the user with the help of the OU. So for that, we have to create the OU. So if you select the ADUC console under that user, right click. Are you getting the option to create the OU? Are you getting the option organization unit here? No. So then from where we have to create a OU? You have to go to your domain name. So in my case, domain name is created with what name? Zoom.com. So when you are in the Active Directory users and computer ADUC console, go to the first option. That is your domain name. Select the domain name, right click, new. Can you see the option now? Can you see the option now to create a new OU? Okay, so this is how you can create a OU. So in the ADUC console, select the domain name, right click new OU. Now here give some name of your choice. So this will become like a department name. So suppose I'm having a department with the name sales. So what is this box we'll be going to discuss? So there is a box which is checked by default, protect the container from accidental deletion. What is the purpose and use of this box? What it will does, we'll discuss. Okay, so OU is created. Now you double click on this. Is there any users are there? So OU means it is some similar to like department. So a department without any employees, it is of any use. A company is there where there is no employees. Can that company able to provide any services? Can generate the revenue? Can you generate the money? Can it generate the able to generate the revenue, revenue, revenue? No, employees has to be there. Without OU, sorry, without employees, company cannot work. The company cannot be there without employees. So same way, now this is our OU department. So without any user, is there any department? No. So what I said, to the OU, we can add existing users as well as we can create directly new user. So first you go to the users container. So these are your existing users. So can you add the existing users into the OU? Yes. Select the user R1. Then here, can you find the option move? So to add our single existing user into the OU, how to do that? Select the user, right click, then click on move. So which department you want to move? Select the department and say OK. Now can you find here R1 name? No. So now where it is there? Now this user like this. Now again go to the user. Now select multiple user using the control key. Now select right click, again move. Again go to the OU, sales OU which we have created. Okay, so now this OU contain how many users? How many users? 3 users. So this is how you can add single user as well as multiple users. Now you don't need one particular user in this department. Then what you can do, how you add it, you can remove that. You can delete the user or you can move back. Select the user, move to the user. Now where this user R3 will come, it will come to the user. See. Okay. Now, now if you see the OU, now can you tell these are the users who are working for the which department? Yes. So here, if you see the user, you cannot say these users are working for which department. They are working for this company, but which department? You cannot tell. So when you create the OU and add the users into the OU, now you can tell these are the users who are working for this sales department. Okay. So this is how. Now, if you want to write some extra content, you can add. Right click on the user, properties. Now, general information, you can write his name, description, office, then telephone number, email ID like this, address, account detail, profile, telephone, home number, telephone this. Now you are working for which department? Sales department. So your designation is what? Suppose you are a team leader like this. For which department? Sales department. Company is Zoom.com or Zoom. So like this, additional things you can write. After adding the user into the OU, we can organize the user based on the department wise. Okay. So this is how you can add the existing users. So can you add new user from the OU? Yes. Select the OU. Now I'm creating a new user from the OU. So please remember from the OU or into the OU, we can add existing users like I've shown you, single user, multiple user. And whenever you want, you can delete it also or move it back to the user. And can you create new user directly from the OU? Yes. So how to create new user from the OU? Select the OU, or right click, new user. Select the OU, select the user, select the user, select the OU, right click, new user. Now here I'm creating new user S1. Now I'm creating this user without password. So I didn't give any password. I unchecked this option so that again I don't have to change the password. So this is a domain user. Yes. So user is directly created. So if you want to check it, go to the member server. Now log in as a S1. See here. So user is created where? Here. So from the OU, we can create a directly new domain user. So you can add existing users into the OU as well as new users you can directly create from the OU. So first time when you log in, you will get only one icon. So go to the search, you write icon, show or hide icons, check all the boxes. So you get all the icons. Okay. So this is your domain user S1. So we can create a new user from the OU directly, as well as we can add existing users into the OU. So now these three users are the part of the sales department. So this is how you can organize the users based on department. This is the first task. Second task is what? How to give the delegation control. Means some of the administrator privilege we can give to some other user other than the root. Other than the administrator. So administrator in Linux is root, whereas in Windows, administrator is referred as administrator. So now this is how you can create the OU and add the existing users as well as create a new users from the OU. Okay. So this is about your OU, organizing the users based on department. Now, next practical is delegation control. So we can give some of the administrator privilege to the other users. So this has been done to reduce the workload of the administrator. So shall we see that delegation control after the break? Okay, so we'll start the delegation control after the break. So I'll keep my mic in mute position. Now we'll have a break. After the break, we'll continue with the delegation control. Okay, shall we continue? Okay, shall we continue? Okay, fine. So now we'll do the second practical, that is the delegation control. Now we'll do the delegation control. So how to give the delegation control? Let us see. So to give the delegation control, we have to use this same ADUC console. Now we are giving the delegation control through the OU. Select the OU, right click. First option, can you find delegation control? Then click on next. Add what type of to whom you want to give the delegation control. First write the name of the user. So I have a user S1. Yes. So to that user, I want to give the delegation control. After adding the user, now you can go to the next. Now here we can check. These are the maximum privilege as a delegation control we can give to the user by the administrator. So this is the maximum. So whichever you want to give as per your requirement, check the box. Now here I'm giving the first one. So we have discussed, when we discuss, the domain user can log in from the DC machine by giving them the local logon policy. So at that time, can I able to create the user as a user? No. Now, if I give the delegation control to the user, domain user, he can able to create the domain user. So for that, we have to check this box, create, delete, and manage the user account. So once you check this box, now S1 user can create, delete, and manage the user account. If you don't give that, by giving the delegation control, we can make them him like a some of the administrative privileges we are giving. If you don't give the delegation control and you just give the logon permission from the DC machine, that user can log in, but can he create a user? No. So now if you given the user, now you are given this using the delegation, the permission to the S1 user to create the user. Can he create? Yes. But for that, giving the permission to log in from the DC is required or not? Yes, required. If you don't give the permission, that is the uh, local logon permission, then S1 cannot log into the DC and cannot create domain user. So domain users can be created only from DC machine. So when you give the delegation control to the user, we have to make sure that that user should be also given the local logon policy permission so that that user can log in and create the user. So these two things simultaneously or both should be provided, then only it can create the user. Next, finish. So now delegation control is given to which user? U1 user. Now the question is, can we give delegation control to more than one user? Tell me the answer, yes or no. So can we give the delegation control only to one user or more than one user? Yes, we can give more than one user the delegation control. Yes, we can give. Like if you are a member of some group and you have created the group, can you make somebody else as a group admin? Yes. So what the group admin can do, add and remove the users. Can one group admin make another group admin? No. But you are a if you are a creator of the group, you are the overall admin. So can you make another person also group admin? Can we have more than one group admin, more than one user group admin? Yes. You might be doing this already in the WhatsApp. So same concept here. So can we have more than one person as a delegation control? Yes, we can have. Now the next question is, now here the U1 user is not a member of the OU. Can I give the delegation control to the user who is not a member of the OU? Can we give or we can't give? Now this point is clear. We can have more than one delegation. We can give to more than one user the delegation control. Okay. Next question is, a user who is not a member of the OU, can we give the delegation control? So I think two of you has written no, no like that. Yes. Now most of the people are writing no. The answer is yes, it can be done. So you try in the WhatsApp, a person who is not a member of the your group, you try to make him the group admin. Can you make or not? You see. So in the OU, we can make a user who is not a group admin, sorry, a user who is not in the OU, can we give him the delegation control? The answer is yes, we can do it. So those people who return, uh, no, you please see here, I'm doing it. Till now, U1 is a member of the OU? No. So can I give the delegation control? Yes. How to do? How to do? You see here. Again, I'm doing one more time. Select the OU, right click, click on delegation control, then click on next. Again, add which user you want to add. Write that name, check the name. Name is verified. Oh, now what permission you want to give him? Same. So can I able to give? So now is it clear to everyone? This question can be asked in the interview. A person who is not a member of the OU, can you give him the delegation control? So answer should be yes. So it is not a question. So it is not a question that user has to be first should be made member, then he can become the can be given delegation. Any person can be given the delegation control. Whether that user is a in the OU or not, that is not a matter. And can we have more than one person as a delegation control? Yes, already have given two persons. Now, how do you verify it? Whatever you have given is working or not. So now can the S1 log in from the DC machine? No, it can't unless until you give him the local logon permission. Now see here, already we have given U1 few days back. Uh, so now I have given the delegation control to S1. Now S1 can log in from member server, but I'm trying to log in. Domain user can be created from the OU. So I'm trying to log in with S1. Is there any password? No. So can it log in? No. So from this, what you understood? Domain user cannot log in from the DC machine unless until you give the local logon policy. So already to U1 we have given. Now we'll give to the S1 because to S1 also we have given the delegation control. So one more time I'll show you how to give the delegation control. So you see here, go to the tools. Then which console we have to use? GPM, Group Policy Management Console. Then go to the domain controller because we want the user to log in from DC machine. So go to the default domain controller policy. Don't go to the default domain policy. Already I explained. Default domain controller policy because this is your DC machine. You want to log in from DC machine. So go to the default domain controller policy, right click, edit, right click, edit. Now go to the computer, then policies, then Windows setting, then security settings, then go to the second option, local policies, second option, user right assignment. Now go to the sixth option, allow local logon. Double click. Already U1 is added. Today we want to add S1. Click add users. Click on add users. Go to browse. Write this name. Check the name. Name is verified. Over. Now S1 also can log in from the DC machine. Don't forget to update. keep you updated. Okay. Okay. Now verify the result. So domain users can be created from which machine? DC machine. Now, can I log in as a S1 now? Yes. Alt Control Insert. First sign out from the administrator. Alt Control Insert. Click on others. Now log in with S1. Any password? No. Now, can you able to log in now from DC machine? Yes. So first time when you log in, you will get only one icon. Get the remaining icon. Press Windows key. Icons. Show or hide icons. Check all boxes. Okay. Now this is which machine? How to check? Net space accounts. So it will be showing computer role name primary. So we are in DC machine. Now try to open the server manager console. Other than admin, if you try to open, it will ask username and password. For this, username is there, password is not there. You can log in. Now you will get here a background red mark, means full access you will not have. What access you have given, that only will work. Now go to the tools. Now ADUC console. Now go to the users. Now select the user. Now I'm creating new user. As a S1, I'm creating a new user with the name yes2. Now without password, I'm creating because we have reduced the password length 0. So when I click next, will it allow me or not? When I finish, can I create the user or not? Tell me. It will allow me to create the user or not. I have logged in as a S1. Yes or no? So I got one answer, yes, but the answer is no. See here, it is saying you cannot create. Access denied. Why it is not creating? Tell me. I could have shown you the answer straight away, but I took this option so that you should tell me why it is. We have given the permission to create the user to the S1, but he is not able to create. Why? Anybody knows the answer? Why it is not creating? See here, I have logged in here as a S1, but still I can't able to create the user. No. We have reduced the password length. No, we can create a user. There is no problem with the password. That is not a answer for now. No. So shall I tell you the answer or anybody will try? Shall I tell you the answer? No group policy, Vinay. Answer is before you only. Okay, can I tell you? Yes, can I tell you the answer? So the answer is before you. You have not said. See, I have trying to create a user from user, but where I given the delegation control. Where I have given the delegation control? On user I have given or on OU I have given? We have given the delegation control through whom? OU or yes, so we can create the user only on the OU. Like when you are given the group admin, when you made the group admin, will you have the full access? No, you will have only limited access. You can create and add the user inside the group, not outside. So same concept here, when you make a delegation control through the OU, that will work inside the OU. It will not work outside. Are you understanding, everybody? So I can create the user from the OU, not from the outside. Is it clear? That's why I was telling you the answer is on your screen. Is it clear? Now, can I create the user you see here? Right click new user. Now I'm creating same user, S2, without password, without applying any group policy. See here. Now, can I create? Can I create? Yes. I hope now you understood, everyone. Is it clear? Now, can you delete the user? Can you delete the user? Yes, see here. Can he delete? Yes, he can delete. But can he delete this user? Can he delete this user? Tell me, yes or no. Now this user is outside the OU. Can he delete? No, he can't delete. Very nice, Shashank. He cannot delete because you have the privilege inside the OU. So when the delegation control is given through the OU, so that will work inside the OU, not outside. Now, can I add these users into the OU? No, I have only the permission inside it. So I cannot add. See, I cannot. Only root can do that. I hope you understood this point clear. Is it clear? Okay, so I'll come back to the administrator now. Now we will log in as an administrator. If administrator name is not appearing, how to log in as administrator? Click on other. Then in the username, write admin, administrator. The password. This is the DC machine. Now we will discuss how to remove the delegation control. So when you know how to give the delegation control, you should know also how to remove the delegation control. How to remove the delegation control. Everything I have written here. So to remove the delegation control, go to the ADC console, view, advanced, OU, your OU name, property, security, select and remove. Okay. Now see here. How to check who are the users in the OU to whom delegation control is given. So go to the tools. Again, go to the ADUC console. Now select this OU. Now first you go to the view. First you go to the view. Please remember this point. Give view and check this box, advanced feature. After that, you go to your OU. Without doing that, you cannot work. So first go to the view, check this box, advanced feature. Now you will get extra features in advance. So now go to the OU. Now right click on the OU, properties. These options will not come if you don't check the advanced box, remember. Now go to the security. Now here, these are the users to whom delegation control is given. So if you want to remove, select and remove. This also select and remove. Then apply. Okay. This is how you will remove the delegation control. Now, next our task is how to delete the OU. So here these users are there. So now I have logged in as an administrator. Please see here. I have logged in as an administrator. So administrator can do anything, no? So now I'm trying to delete the OU. So please remember this point. When you're trying to delete the OU, if users are there and when you delete the OU, users also get deleted. So if you don't want this user to be deleted, so before delete the OU, select this user, right click, then move this user to where you want to move this user to the users. Now the R1 will come to the user here. See here. Now if I delete the OU, both S1 and S2 will get deleted. So how to delete the OU? Right click, properties, or sorry, here delete option is there. Right click, delete. So click on yes. So is it deleting? No, it is saying you do. There are two options it's showing. You don't have sufficient of privilege. That is not correct. You don't have sufficient privilege means administrator have logged in. If administrators don't have the privilege, who will have? This is one option. Second option, the object is protected from accidental deletion. So here the problem is second one, not the first one. So you remember when I started creating the OU, I told you there is one box. Now I'm creating one new OU. Select the domain name. From OU, when you want to create the OU, don't go to the user. From here, you cannot create the OU. You have to go to your domain name. Select the domain name, right click, new OU. Now I'm creating one more OU. Marketing. Now here this box is checked. So this box is preventing. Now some people will say the users are there, no, here. That's why it is not deleting. That's why I created one new OU. In this, any users are there? No. Now I'm trying to delete it. Now can I able to delete it? No. So when the box is there, it will not delete you. So unless until you don't remove that box, if you don't uncheck that box, you cannot delete. So now at the time of creation, I was not aware. Now I created it. Can I delete it? No, I cannot delete unless until I uncheck the box. Can I uncheck it? Yes, we can uncheck. So now there is no user in marketing, but still it is not deleting. So we have to uncheck that box. So how to uncheck? Go to the view, make sure this advanced feature is checked. When the advanced feature is checked, you select the OU, right click, go to the properties. Now earlier to remove the delegation control, go to the security. But to uncheck that box, you have to go to object. Now here, uncheck this box. Okay. Now you uncheck the box now. Now it will get deleted. See here. It will delete. It will ask your confirmation. Deleted. Now same thing. Now if I try to delete the sales OU, will it delete? No, because that box is still checked. So we need to uncheck it. Otherwise it can't delete. So how to uncheck it? One more time I am showing you. Here, view, advanced feature is selected. Otherwise you will not get that option. Now I'm unchecking it. How to uncheck that box? Select the OU, right click properties, go to the object. From here you uncheck. Then okay. Now you can delete. Now these two users will get deleted. So when you delete the users, whatever users are there, they will also get deleted. See here. Now this user got deleted. I hope it is understood now how to delete the OU. Is it clear? Please tell me, is it clear? Okay, nice. Now I'll show you one more time how to create a OU. Right click, new OU. Now I'm giving some name. Now while creating only, I'm unchecking this. So can you do that? Yes. Now you know that when you create, and if you have created the OU, if you check the box is there, it will not delete easily. So unless until you don't go to the option which I have shown you, uncheck. You can uncheck also, but for that process. So if you want to delete easily while creating also, you can uncheck it. Now I created one OU. Now I'm adding one new user, domain user. User is created. Now OU is created from where? From here, yes? But now one OU is created. Can I create inside the OU another OU? Yes, sub OU. Now I created one user account. Under that I'm creating, now I'm not clicking on OU, my domain name. Now I'm not selecting my domain name. I'm selecting one OU which is already created. Now to create the sub OU, select your OU in which you want to create sub OU. Select the OU, right click, new OU. Now this will become sub OU. Now while creating only, I'm unchecking this box. Over. Now one OU is created. Now this is the sub OU. Now you create some new user here. Now one OU is there, one sub OU is there. OU is this one, sub OU is this one. Both are having users, but while creating only I uncheck it. So if I delete the main OU, sub OU also get deleted with all users. See here, it will get deleted. It is asking 2-time confirmation. Over. So you can also do like this while creating only. If you uncheck the box, then you don't have to check the advanced feature. Go to the OU properties, then object uncheck. So I've shown you both the method. If you already done, you can uncheck it, then create it. Now, if you know the method already, okay. So is it clear to everybody about the OU, how to create the OU, how to uh, add the users into the OU, existing or new users, how to give delegation control, how to remove, how to delete the OU. These are the things. If you understood this, we'll go to the last topic, how to create a group. So if it is clear to everyone, shall I start the group, last topic? Yes, can I start? Group. Theory part already we discussed. Practical. Okay. So now how to create a group. So to create the group also same concept. In ADUC console, now this time select the user container. Select the user, right click new. Can you find the option group? Yes. Select the user in ADUC console, right click new group. So you can create a group with any name. So I'm creating group 1. So it is by default which group? Security group. Distribution group you cannot create here. It has to be created from mail server, Exchange server. So if you select first option, this group permission will apply only on this domain. If you select by default global means on multiple domain, but not all domain. If you select universal, all domain. So I'm going with the multiple domain. Over, group is created. So by default, this group will be empty. Is there any users are there? No. So can we create new user from the group? No. You cannot create a new user from the group. You can do that from the OU, not from the group. And in OU, one user can be a member of one OU. Suppose there are two OUs, sales and marketing. If you add, suppose S1 in sales department, you cannot add that user to marketing. If you add into marketing, he will become the marketing user, but not sales. So one user can be a member of only one OU, but in group, one user can be a member of multiple groups. Like you might be already in the WhatsApp, you might be a member of multiple groups. So like this way, you have to remember. So in the group, we cannot create a new user from the group. Only existing users we can add into the group. So suppose if you want to add single user, select the user, right click here. Don't use the option move. You just here directly you have the option add to the group. So which group you want to add this user? My group name you have to write. Okay, check the name. Now this user is added into the group. How many users added? One user. So if you add the user into the OU, that username will not appear here. But when you add the user into the group, it will appear here. But when you add the user into the OU, it will be moved completely. It will not appear here. Now here, how many users are there here? Only one. Now suppose you want to add multiple users. So select multiple users using control key, right click, then add to the group. Suppose if you select multiple users or single user, if you go to the move option, so can you find here your group name? No, you will not find here group name. OU name will appear, but not group name. So you cannot add, cannot move. You can only add to the group. Now group name. Check the name. No, name is verified. Okay. Now how many users will be there? 3 users. U1, U2, U3. Now why the group is created? To give same permission to multiple users. Okay. Now group is created, user is added. So before you apply the permission, first we have to create the group, and those users who need same permission need to add it into the group. So how to add single user and multiple users I've shown you. So before you apply the permission, first create a group, add those users who need same permission into the group, either single or multiple. I have shown you. Now how to apply the permission on the group. So to apply the permission on the group, what you have to do? Create one folder, or existing folder also you can use. So now here you can create one folder. In that folder, just to verify it, in that folder create one file and write some content. Now we'll give all these 3 users same permission. So why the group is created? Group is created to give same permission to multiple users. So now see how to give the permission on the group. So to give the permission on the group, what you have to do? Go to your E drive. Now select your folder. On this folder, you want to apply same permission to multiple users. Select the folder, right click, share with specific people. Right click on the folder, share with specific people. So here 2 options will be there. If you want to give everybody same permission, select everyone. When you want to give different permission to user, we have to use find people. Different permission to different user. But The find people can be used for two purposes: different permission to different user, and same permission to multiple user. So click on find people. If you want to give different user different permission, select the username. But when you want to give same permission to multiple user, write here group name in find people, not username. Check the name. Name is verified. So select here, right click on the data folder, go to the share with specific people, share with specific, like one more time I'm showing you. Select the data folder, right click, share with specific people. Now here, select here, find people. Earlier we were writing here username, but you want to apply the permission on group. So select the group name, check the name. Okay, what permission you want to give? Suppose read permission to all the members or read write permission to all the members as per your requirement. Done. Now what permission I gave to all the three users, U1, U2, U3? Only read permission. Now how to verify it? How to verify it? Go to the member server, log in first with U1. Now how to access the share folder? Three methods are there: UNC, drive letter, and network method. So I'm going with UNC. Now can you able to read? Yes. Can you write? No, because admin has given you only read. So when you try to write, it will say access denied. Yes, it working? Yes. So you have to close this without saving. Now, first user is verified. Second user. Who is the other user? U2. Now he will also get same permission. Now here also do same thing. So group is created for same permission to multiple users. Can you saved? Can you saved? No. Now the last user, U3. So is it working? All the users are getting same permission because of the permission applied on the group? Yes. So this is how you can apply the permission through the group. So with this, we have done with today's session. So today we have completed OU, and we also discuss in OU how to create the OU, how to organize the users, how to give delegation control, how to remove it, how to delete OU, and how to apply the permission on the group. Now, tomorrow we are going to discuss, here as per this slide, you have 22nd session of Active Act, but OU used to apply the group policy. So to have the continuation in the topic, as well as not to make any changes in the setup, as well as to make you understand the topic in sequence and easy order, tomorrow we'll not discuss the Active Act second class. Tomorrow we'll discuss the group policy. So after OU, tomorrow we are going to discuss about group policy part 1. Okay, so that will have the continuation and it will be sequence order and you don't have to make any changes in the setup. That's why tomorrow we'll start the group policy. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you everyone. If you have any questions, any doubt, please ask. Yes, any questions, any doubt, please ask. Okay. Is there any doubt or can I close this session? Okay. So that's it for today. Thank you, everybody. See you tomorrow. I'm closing this session.